Redesigned from the ground up and engineered for adventure, the 2022 Tundra is Toyota's toughest, most capable, and most advanced Tundra to date. Actually, this is the first all-new version of the Tundra since 2007. Toyota hasn't had much of a need to actually change the vehicle. It's been selling as many as it can build down in Texas for years, and it has one of the most loyal customer bases in the industry. It's famously reliable, cheap to operate, and holds its value better than any other pickup in the segment. So there was a lot on the line with this new one. Today, we're working with our friends at Toyota of Mankato, Minnesota. There are 7 trim levels available, starting with the SR at $35,950, the SR5 at $41,455, the Limited at $47,550, the Platinum at $57,690, the 1794 edition at $58,390, the TRD Pro at $67,550, and the Capstone at $74,230. You can also get the uppermost 5 trim levels with the hybrid option. This is the 2022 Toyota Tundra SR5, and it's presented here in Army Green, and it has a black cloth interior and an MSRP of $67,600. Now, it is powered by an iForce 3.5 twin-turbo 24-valve double overhead cam V6 with 10.4 to 1 compression, producing 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Now, those twin turbos do have electric wastegate valve actuators and a water-cooled intercooler as well. It's driven by a 10-speed electronically controlled automatic transmission, and it does have intelligence, sequential shift mode, and uphill and downhill shift logic with some select drives of Eco, Normal, Sport, and Tow Haul driving modes. It has a 4W demand part-time four-wheel drive with electronically controlled 2-speed transfer case and automatic limited slip differential. Now, out front, it does have these cool LED headlights with daytime running lights, and they do have the auto off feature, and they are manual leveling. It does have right in the middle lower part of the grille the LED fog lights, and speaking of the grille, I like that black horizontal grille with the body colored surround, and you see the Toyota logo in the middle. It also has a body colored front bumper, and there are active grille shutters, and it does have an active aero front spoiler, and these actually are air intakes to direct air around the vehicle. Now, up top is a brawny chiseled aluminum hood, and above that is a laminated solar reducing windshield with intermittent windshield wipers. Let's take a look around the side. These are 20-inch TRD forged matte black wheels, and they're wrapped in 265/60 R20 Falcon all-terrain tires, and it does have four-wheel disc brakes with four-wheel ABS with 13.9-inch front and 13.6-inch rear ventilated disc. It also has brake assist, hill hold control, and an electronic parking brake. Now, the front suspension is double wishbone with coil springs and an anti-roll bar. Had a little bit of noise going by there. We're at a park. The rear suspension is multi-link rear suspension with coil springs and anti-roll bar, and it does have a 3.31 rear axle ratio. And it is also a fully boxed high-strength ladder frame with hydraulic cab mounts, and has ultra high strength steel cabin construction. Easy for me to say, right? Now, I really do like the black cladding around the wheel wells, the fender trim, and these are special Predator drop steps. Really makes it easy to get in and out. And I do like the blacked out Tundra and the SR5 badges, and this is a black capped heated and power operated outside mirror with manual folding on both sides, of course. I do like the black painted A pillar with the black belt line and window moldings as well, and of course the B pillar is blacked out also. Overall, love the lines, great looking vehicle, nice, sturdy, brawny looking vehicle. Let's take a look out back. Okay, there is an LED high mount third brake light up top, and it does have the integrated cargo lights as well. It's really cool. Right in the middle there it says Tundra as well. Now below that is an electric rear window that does drop with a switch on the overhead console to give you a little more ventilation. And now this does have full LED tail lights as well. And there is the rear view camera right over here in the middle as well. I like, and I'm stepping over the stop bump here, I like the black tailgate spoiler and the black 4x4 badging as well. And you see the Tundra name stamped out in the rear tailgate. I like that look. This also does have a black rear step bumper, and you see the backup lights there. Plus it has a Class 4 towing hitch, receiver, and wiring harness with a 7 4-pin connector with an integrated brake controller and trailer sway control that's built into the dashboard of the driver's right side. Underneath it does have a stainless steel exhaust, and underbody as well a full-size spare tire. On some of the upper trim level versions, you've got buttons on the side tail lights here that you can push to open the tailgate, but this is the SR5 and that doesn't have it. And talking about the tailgate, let's drop the tailgate so we can see the truck bed and we can talk about its dimensions, because after all, that's what you buy a truck for. Well, the length of this one is 5.5 feet. The bed depth is 20.9 inches. Total width wall to wall, 58.7 inches. And bed width between the wheel houses is 48.7 inches. Total volume for the truck bed at level height is 61 cubic feet. And I do like also that they have put in some tie-down hooks. You've got a cargo management rail system up top, and you also have your slots for your 2x4s and 2x6s, so you can do single or double stacking, and really makes the bed a lot more useful. Let's talk about some of the safety that's available on the new 2022 Toyota Tundra. Well, it includes Safety Connect, which does include also the emergency assistance, stolen vehicle locator, roadside assistance, and automatic collision notification. Then there's also the Star Safety System that includes vehicle stability control, traction control, anti-lock brake system with electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, and smart stop technology. And it also does have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 with pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, full speed range dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, automatic high beams, road sign assist, and so very much more. So some of the packages on the new 2022 Tundra, well, I got to tell you, according to Toyota's website, there are 28 different ones, so I won't list them all here, but it is safe to say that you can totally customize your truck to meet all your needs, and most likely going to have the only one in the whole city. So head over to toyota.com if you want to see all the choices. Next, let's talk about the dimensions. Okay, front track 68.4 inches, rear track 68.4 inches. Max width with the mirrors is 80.2 inches. Overall length with this 5.5 foot bed is 233.6 inches. Height is 78 inches, and it rides on a 145.7 inch wheelbase. Ground clearance 9.3 inches, and it does have an approach angle of 21 degrees and a departure angle of 24 degrees. Its turning circle, pretty big, but not outside of the norm for a truck, is 48.6 feet, and it has a curb weight of 5,390 pounds, max payload 1,820 pounds, and max towing 11,160 pounds. It does have a fuel tank capacity of 22.5 gallons, and there is an optional 32.2 gallon fuel tank as well. Now safety, well, neither IIHS nor National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has yet rated the 2022 Toyota Tundra, so I'm sure it's in queue. Stay tuned. What about performance? Well, 0 to 60, 6.4 seconds. Standing quarter mile, 15 seconds. Top speed, well, 106 miles per hour, but got to tell you, that's plenty fast for a truck. 70 to 0 braking, 193 feet. Well, what about its appearance? Well, I like its sharp, chunky new lines over the previous smooth, rounded shapes. It has even more of an on and off-road presence now. So what about dependability? Well, like I said, it's a Toyota. So your basic warranty, 3 years, 36,000 miles. Powertrain warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles. So again, Toyota, folks, reliable. What about economy? Well, 17 city, 23 highway, 19 combined, and it has an energy impact score of 9.3 tons of CO2 emissions emitted for every 15,000 miles driven. So that's my exterior review. Now, over to Nathan.
Thanks, Rob. And now I'm going to take you on a tour of the interior of the 2022 Toyota Tundra SR5. I'll be showing you all the interior features, plus all the technology. Let's get started. All right, on the inside, starting on the driver's door here, you do have auto up and down all 4 windows, plus of course your window lockout switch, unlock lock buttons, and then of course a swivel for your left and right mirror controls. Okay, you got your physical door lock up here along with your door handle, and you do have a nice little storage area right under here. You do have 2 bottle holders here and some ample storage as well as one of your speakers here. Now you do have a nice side step right here to get in, which I like because you can fit your foot, more of your foot in there than if it was just a regular side step. So it's just nice. All right, coming up on the inside here, the driver and passenger bucket seats here are cloth, and they are both 4-way adjustable manual. So you got the tilt, and then you got the pull lever in the front for sliding it back and forth. Now, here we have our foot pedals. You got a nice left footrest right there. Coming on up here, you do have your master switch for your dome lights on the back, on or off. This is right here. You have your auto headlamps switch, your auto start stop defeat. This is your dashboard brightness or dimness. Of course, this is your odometer. And then here is where you adjust the level of your lights. Now, it is a manual tilt and telescope, and that lever is right here. All right, let's step in and take a further look. Okay, so the steering wheel itself is soft text. It's a nice feel to it. You got little areas right here to hold or right in the middle, which is very nice. Over on the left, you have buttons that control your driver's information screen and your phone, your volume, and your voice command. And over on the right-hand side, you have your adaptive cruise control on or off. You've got lane keep. You got your gap setting button right here for that cruise control, lane keeping assist, and then you have got a media right here. And then you have a cancel button for your cruise control, and this is resume and set. Now, right behind that, of course, you've got your traditional windshield wiper stock, and then over on the far left, you have your headlights and turn signals. The dashboard itself is very nice. You've got all analog gauges except for a 4.2-inch digital driver's information screen in the middle. I do like it that it says Tundra up in the top. That is really neat. All right, so you got your start-stop button right here, and then you got your trailer brake controller right here. Okay, moving back up again, on the top of the dashboard, you've got a little storage area, and then you've got a 12-volt, 120-watt cigarette-style plug-in right there. Okay, coming down to the infotainment screen, you have got, edge to edge, it's about a 14, screen-wise, it's about an 8-inch. And of course you have built-in navigation, Sirius XM, AM and FM, along with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Okay, moving down, you've got your single zone climate control. So you've got a button here to adjust the temperature, which is a digital readout here. You've got fan speed, which is a simple push up or down. And then you've got your modes right here. And they all show up right in the screen, which is nice. Down below here, you've got the rest of your buttons for climate control. Okay. And then I will point out that this one here, not only is the rear window defrost, but also the defroster for your outside mirrors. Now, coming down below that, you've got mostly dummy buttons on the SR5, but you do have a traction control on or off, and then of course your hazard switch right there. Now, immediately below that, where my phone is a storage area. In this particular unit, there is no wireless charger. However, you can get a wireless charger here, right where my phone is, and then a storage area over here. Okay? You do have a brake hold button right here. That's so that if you stop in traffic, you can just press the brake and then release it, and it will stay stopped until you press the accelerator. If you don't like that, you can turn it off. And then you've got the emergency brake or parking brake. You just pull that to turn it on and push it to take it off. Then, of course, your gear selector lever here. And then you do have a small storage area right next to the gear shifter lever. It's pretty deep. Coming back, you've got 2 cup holders, one a little deeper than the other. And then right up here, you've got all of your sort of 2 high, 4 low switch. And then you've got your drive modes here. You got a tow haul mode here. And then if it's in drive mode, then you can switch between sport, normal, and eco. And you get a little pop-up on the infotainment screen. You get a little pop-up in the driver's information screen. All right. Now, behind that is kind of a clever little design. You have got the 2 top trays for storage, but you can push this one back without emptying the contents of it. And then down below there, I'll open this up so you can see it a little bit better. But you've got coin storage, you've got a USB-C, a USB-A, and then you have another little storage area right here, maybe, for something you don't. It's got a little lip to it. And then this is interesting because this will come out, or you can just insert it back in. Now, right next to that is a little deeper area, a little longer area, and then you've got this area. So quite a few little different things going on in the center armrest. You also can release it from either the driver's side or the passenger side. There's buttons on both sides of the armrest. Now, moving over here, I always like this. You've got a nice little storage area right here, and it's fairly deep. I mean, it's about this deep from where my thumb is to the tip of my fingers. And it stretches out quite a ways. I like that. You do have a lockable glove compartment right here. It's got a soft opening, and then you got 2 shelves. So you got one for the driver's manual, and then you've got another one below that. Now, again, it's about that deep. So fairly deep, narrow, but fairly deep. And then you've also got another area right here that currently has a bag with some other stuff in it there. So if you want that, you could open up a little bit more space. Okay, moving up to the top, you have got a day-night mirror with a traditional day-night switch. You've got sunglass or glass storage right here. You do have lighting on either side. And then this is the button that you push to raise or lower the rear window, which is so cool because it opens up the entire window. I absolutely love that. And then here's where you make your settings for whether you want your interior lights to come on when the doors are open or not. This is your SOS button, so if you had an emergency, okay, not a concierge type of thing, but an emergency, you would push that and you would contact Toyota and they would determine what you need. If you have an accident, it's going to call, if it detects the airbags going off, I should say, it'll call automatically to Toyota. They'll see if they can contact you, and then from there, they'll call whatever emergency services they need. If they can't reach you, they're going to send everything. All right, let's hop into the second row. Okay, so stepping into the second row, you've got nice soft plastics on the door here. This is a little bit harder right here, but right here on the door handle where you would rest your arm most often, that is nice and soft. You got a little storage here, you got dual cup holders, so it's almost an imitation of the driver's door, which is really awesome. You got, of course, 2 of your speakers built into the door. And then in the seats here, these are cloth seats again, but you do have a 60-40 split in the back. So if I lift this one up, it clicks into place so it doesn't fall. You've got a nice storage area under here that's permanent. You can't close this or open up the floor, but it's a nice deep storage area. You do have dividers where you can put in inserts to divide and keep things more organized if you want. And of course, the 40 part also lifts up and you have storage underneath there. Now, you can also pull the seat out and you have got a couple of adjustments here. All right, so not only can you lift up the seat here and store underneath, but you can tilt the back of the seat forward on both sides. And what you end up having is a little bit extra storage area right in here. You also do have a hanger, so maybe it's a spot for a purse. hides it a little bit, camouflage a little bit. Over here, you've got the same thing, okay? But you got a little deeper well to go in. And then behind the 40 split part, you've got your jack and handle. And that's all nicely located in a nice little tray. So pretty neat that you can do that. Now, let's step in. Of course, you got the nice grip handles right here. You've got another hook here for hanging things. And you do have 2 vents in the rear, as well as your underfloor ducting. And then, you know, the seats themselves are quite comfortable. You know, the seats adjusted for where I was driving. And I mean, I must have a good 10 inches of knee space. There's just no issue about being crowded. Headroom-wise, my gosh, I've got 2.5, 3 inches of headroom. So, and I'm 5'11", so it's a lot of room in here. There is no center armrest to fold down, okay? But you do have seating for 5. All right, next up, we're gonna take it for a ride.
Okay, taking a ride in the new Tundra. And I gotta say, you know, I drove it over here. We're at a park, but I drove it over here, and it's very responsive. It's very comfortable, and it's very quiet, you know, for the interior sound and quietness of it. It is very, very quiet, and I think they've done a terrific job with this vehicle, with the isolation from the road. You know, safety systems included. We talked about that. It's got so many, all cars have so many safety systems on them nowadays. And it's just so cool. I mean, it's almost, you know, if you get in an accident with a new modern car, you really almost tried very, very hard, or it was so sudden that there was nothing that could be done. You know, acceleration, you know, it's got 3.5 liter twin turbo, double overhead cam. You know, it really, yeah, it really gets up and goes. You don't miss that you don't have a V8 in this truck at all. And of course, the upside to that is on the fuel mileage side. You really get great additional fuel mileage. And I'm going to turn this fan up a little bit on the air conditioning. It's a warm day outside. You know, interior fit and finish. This is the SR5 version, so it's not the bottom rung, it is the second from the bottom, but even so, it's nice. It's softer material here, softer where your arms lay. You know, this Softex material that's on the door panels, the dash top, the center console, all those are very comfortable and fit you just right. I really do like the way this is laid out. I like the looks of it. You know, I know we're going pretty slow. We're going through a residential area. Like I said, we're over by a park, but it is a very, very quiet truck. Overall, nicely done, Toyota. I know it's the first remake since basically 2007, but you really put your mind in it, and you really put your back into it, and really made this a super, super truck. So, up next, Nathan's going to take it for a ride and give you his thoughts. Stay tuned.
All right, so my turn. Now, in terms of a comfortable ride, boy, I tell you that the cab is superbly muted in here for road noise. It's really like a cocoon. You know, you feel the little strips across the road, but they're extremely muted, and you don't feel a bump. I mean, it's really for a pickup, the ride's really nice. Now, in terms of getting in and out, well, you know, you've got the grab bar up here on all 4 doors. You've got the nice side steps, which I like because they're open. You can stick your foot across, and so you get a little more center of gravity position on your foot for getting in. So, not bad getting in and out. As far as, you know, reaching everything in from the driver's seat, well, 2 things on that. One is, yes, all the physical buttons are well within reach of the driver, but, you know, this is designed to run on voice command. So with voice command, you can do all the basic functions, you know, program route navigation, increase the temperature, even the passenger can ask for things, and it will know that it's the passenger, and it will, you know, do things for the passenger. So it's just, yeah. Everything's well within reach when you've got voice command like that. Now, easy to maneuver around town. Yes, for a pickup. You know, it's got a long turning radius, but As far as just driving around like city streets and stuff, yeah. The steering is nicely boosted, easy to handle in a city traffic areas. In terms of parking, well, it has a nice backup camera with dynamic swivel guidelines, so really parking couldn't get much easier. All right, that's it for me. Back to Rob.
Well, that's our review of the 2022 Toyota Tundra SR5, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Don't forget to check out my notes in the description down below, and if you enjoyed this review, give us a like and leave a comment. Also, make sure to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, and please take a second to click on that subscribe button right over there. Thanks for watching.